guess it makes sense, like, because, you know, my whole problem here is that I've never really understood how any of this works. My voice is too quiet? See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't understand how any of this works. So, it's probably like a good thing that I asked. That should make me audible, right? Like, you should be able to hear me, because I just, like, cranked my microphone gain up by, like, 20 decibels. So, like, I almost can't even turn it up any louder than it already is. So I guess that means we'll put the game volume right about there. But like I was saying, I could probably use a new pair of headphones, because these are starting to, like, tear. They're old enough that the vinyl, like, head cups and the foam around, like, where it sits on my head is starting to rot. Yeah, I can't get up there without the boots. What am I doing? Like, there's no way to get over there. But, like, I've heard you can buy new replacement ear cups for Sennheiser headphones, but other parts of these headphones are starting to fall apart. They still sound fine. Like, they're incredibly high-quality headphones, probably the best you can get for about $30 or $40, so... But, you know, the parts that aren't the actual headphones themselves are actually starting to wear out. And, you know, usually that's not the case. You get, here, let me try and adjust my microphone here real quick. Because apparently I'm popping my P's, which is, not great. It's also weird. Like, I never actually told you what was so weird about my setup, actually. So, I'm wearing my normal Sennheiser headphones, and then around my neck, like a necklace, I'm wearing my gaming headset with my microphone kind of twisted and tilted so that it's up near my mouth. So, that's interesting. Like I was saying on Twitter, I was going to use my nice, like, I call it a studio microphone, but it's not actually like a studio microphone. It's just a really nice, like, cardioid microphone. But I was going to use that, but the thing about it is that it sits here on my desk on a tripod, and for it to really, like, sound clear, like the way it does in my video reviews and things like that, you need to be, like, right up on that microphone, to where you are about, like, 5 inches away from the mic. And if it's sitting here on my desk and I'm playing a video game, it's like 1.5 feet away from me. So I can't really do that. And this is where I get owned, because I tried to show off. Oh, please, one of you drop. No, that's not going to happen, is it? Serious time. Uh-oh. Drop health, please! Ah! Ah! Oh no! 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 Oh my gosh! This is harrowing. There we go. Whew. That actually took effort for a change. But yeah, this weird headphone necklace I have rigged up is weird. So it's going to sound a little bit weird. I'd like to use my nice microphone, but I need one of like those... if you've ever seen like inside of like a radio studio, they have like one of those mechanical positional arms that's like it's got all these springs on it and everything. I need one of those. They're like $20, but I also don't know where something like this is gonna fit on my desk. So it's weird. And now I'm gonna go to Chill Penguin finally because I need the dash boots to complete the rest of the game. I just wanted to show off and defeat Storm Eagle first, because I was talking about that with a friend yesterday. It's like, oh, Storm Eagle. I play Mega Man X and I get to Storm Eagle and I die and that's where I give up. It's like, no, but Storm Eagle is like the easiest Maverick next to Chill Penguin. Like, he's a wimp. And I just did like a no damage clear on him just to prove that. Because I'm a jerk, apparently. I like to... One of the few places I can show off. And I guess now that you guys can actually hear me, I can retell the story about how Mega Man X is apparently the only Mega Man game I really truly like. And like that makes me feel bad because I do like legitimately acknowledge that Mega Man, like the other Mega Man games, are great. I have finished Mega Man 2 using save states and rewinds, but I also acknowledge that's kind of cheating, so I didn't really like finish that game legitimately. I cheated to finish it. But this is the only Mega Man game where I don't have to cheat to finish it. I have finished it legitimately, like a normal game should be finished. And now we're all caught up again, now that you can hear me. Blah, 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 blah. Something I didn't like about later Mega Man X games... Mega Man X frames this as like a recording of Dr. Light. Like it's playing back a video file, essentially. In later Mega Man X games, you come across these pods, and like Dr. Light talks to you like he's an artificial intelligence, and that's kind of weird to me. Like, I don't know, it makes him too much into just like, Dr. Light never died, he's just a computer person now. And if that's the case, why doesn't he just like... Why isn't he like the holodeck doctor from Star Trek Voyager, right? I don't know. I don't like later Mega Man X games got really weird with the storyline anyway. Like the whole thing where Mega Man X is supposed to be a pacifist, I hate that. I don't like that they tried to make Mega Man X into like this wet blanket. It was like, oh, I don't want to hurt anyone. I'm only doing this because I have to. Ugh. Like, the whole series feels like it exists just to make Zero look cooler than Mega Man X, in a way. And, like, I get it. Like, Keiji Inafune, Zero was originally his design for Mega Man X. And then everybody was like, oh, a red Mega Man with, like, these weird fins and things. It doesn't look enough like Mega Man. So he redesigned Mega Man to look like he does now in Mega Man X. And then Zero... became this side character, apparently. And I don't know. That's just weird to me. Like, a lot of things about Keiji Inafune are kind of weird to me, I guess. Hup! Oh man, I should play Parappa the Rapper. But that would, like, actually require me hooking up a game console. Don't ask me why I, like, jumped from Mega Man X to Parappa the Rapper. That's just how it happened. And like I say that, you know, Mega Man X is the only Mega Man game that I like, because it's the only one I've practiced at, and I think, like, that says a lot. Like, half the enjoyment of Mega Man X for me is knowing the pattern for all these guys and just being able to like wreck guys like Chill Penguin without really taking much in the way of damage. And I never got to that point with all the other Mega Man games. I'm terrible at like Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3 and everything else, and I don't have the patience to sit down and learn all the patterns and learn all the weaknesses. And you know, some of that stuff you can look up online, and that's fine. But you know, some of it is just learned, some of it is just practice, and I just don't want to practice. Oh no, my tablet turned off. I can't see the chat. And that's the one thing I hate about this tablet too, is that once it turns off and goes into this sleep mode, and it's like, oh, I have to reconnect to the chat, and anything it says while the screen is off, I can't read because it's just gone. Now, something I liked about the Mega Man X games is what we're going to see here coming up with Spark Mandrill. It's that things you do in one stage will affect another stage. Normally this stage begins completely differently, but all these, like this wreckage sitting here is like Storm Eagle's level. The general idea is that by defeating Storm Eagle, you see like the clouds start scrolling after you beat him. His ship crashes into Spark Mandrill's level. So it ends up like subtly changing how this stage opens. Because all this stuff where like the lights are going on and off right here, that normally doesn't happen. Normally it's all well lit, and you know, some paths are closed. I think this section still happens regardless, but that part earlier just now doesn't normally. Gotcha! Aww. And this guy is easier if you also beat, what's his face? Storm Eagle first. Not only because his weakness is, the Storm Tornado, but I think he loses, like, some attack pattern stuff. Because you beat Storm Eagle first. And like later Mega Man games, Mega Man X games, I don't think they ever did anything like this, where actions in one stage will affect another stage. At least they don't, to my knowledge. Like maybe they do, and I'm just like completely unaware of it. Because, like I said earlier, I own Mega Man X2. I think I own Mega Man X4. I have Mega Man X4 for the PC. But it was from a friend. I don't know if I like own it legitimately anywhere. I might. Speaking of that PC port of Mega Man X4, Capcom should put that up on Steam, because it still works on like modern computers. It runs great. Outside of like the video codec, I think. I don't remember. I think it's like an old Windows video codec or something, but yeah, that's a good PC port. Well, you're supposed to have the boomerang or whatever here, but if you're clever, you can get up here and get it anyway. And I'm actually honestly shocked I did that on my first try. Because there have been times where I've spent like what feels like 5 minutes trying to curve my jump around and get up there and do that. Now this is where, yep, like he actively starts attacking you here. Gosh, I love the music in this game. Also, sorry if you hear like this drone in the background. It's summer in Colorado. It gets to be like 95 degrees some days. So I have a fan running in the bedroom. Or not the bedroom, this is my office, technically. I don't know if this is true for everyone else, but this was the first, like, Maverick boss weakness I ever learned. That's because it turns him into such a chump that, like, he doesn't do anything. It's pretty great. Mega Man X1 is so good, you guys. Let's see. I got Spark Mandrill, so I could go here next. But in like the rotation of the really easy bosses to beat, I think the 3 easiest in the game are Chill Penguin, Storm Eagle, and Flame Mammoth. I could beat any one of those 3 first thing out of the gate, and it wouldn't really matter to me. But since I finished Chill Penguin first, normally this is all lava down here, but since I beat Chill Penguin, now it's ice. Because, I guess, I don't know, beating Chill Penguin made everything else freeze somehow? Oh no! Oh no! I should have gone to Storm Eagle really quick and picked up the helmet. I could get the Buster upgrade here if I really wanted to. I really hate these miner guys. Is this their weakness? I don't know. Well, it's effective though, so I ain't gonna complain. Uh-oh. Okay, good. I didn't think I was going to be able to get that. Well, now I'm out of that. Ah! Using my hot speedrunner tech. I never liked that their Wrecking Ball, like, blocks shots. That makes them, like, so much more annoying than, like, Sniper Joe's. How was Mega Man 10 on easy mode, by the way? Because, the one, like, Mega Man franchise I will admit to, like, actually hating is Mega Man Zero. And again, that's another thing where, like, I respect what Mega Man Zero is trying to do. But it's just, it is, like, out of the entire Mega Man franchise, it is probably the most not for me. And what Capcom ended up doing with Mega Man Zero is they have this easy mode in the DS version, and it is like insultingly easy. It's like, hey, here's everything. You're invincible and nothing can hurt you. So just play the game like that and just sleepwalk through everything, and it sucks. I hate it. But the only other option is to grit your teeth with how hard Mega Man Zero is normally, and that's just as bad to me. So, like, is Mega Man 10's easy mode like that, where it's just like, you know, you're just sleepwalking through the game? Because, I don't know, that doesn't sound very cool to me. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go back to Storm Eagle so I can get the stupid helmet, and then I'm going to go back to Flame Mammoth so I can get the stupid Buster upgrade. Because I tried to show off, and it ruined my whole order. Oh no! Ah! Get off me! And I think Storm Eagle is weak to fire. I don't remember what Storm Eagle is weak to. Well, I'm weak to pits, apparently. It places platforms over the most of the difficult pits. Okay, so it's, what is it? There was Mega Man Powered Up on the PSP that had kind of an easy mode that did that. And that was okay. I think I ended up playing through most of Mega Man Powered Up with that easy mode turned on. What is it? Bionic Commando Rearmed does something like that too. I really hate those things. Growing up, when you're playing Mega Man X, Storm Eagle's weapon ends up being your favorite because it hits things like a bazillion times. And it's like this big cone, so it hits everything. You don't have to worry about good timing, it just shreds it all. I wonder if it works against this. It does. And even though it says it's for fire, it actually works better with the wind. Okay, helmet coming up. This capsule contains a helmet enhancement, which will give you a headbutt. Yeah, no, I used the normal gun on the fire, the first time I was through this stage. You might not have been here for that, though, so... just saying. Where's the exit? Right there. Okay. Hello, Red Shell Robo. Back to Flame Mammoth to get the Buster. Bom, 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 bom. Huh? Get off. I think that health tank right there is usually... when I was young, I used to use that specifically to recharge E-tanks and things. First try, no! Second try, no! Oh, come on. I remember this blew my mind when a friend showed me. Huh? Come on! Get up there! Oh no! Ah! Is there any, death pits I can just go jump in? I think there might be one over here. But wait, what if it checkpoints me? That wouldn't be very good. Is there any death pits over here? I don't think there are any death pits in Flame Mammoth. The Crusher doesn't even crush you. Oh, I guess it kind of does. Okay, it looks like it did checkpoint me, but I can always just backtrack. I wish there was an easier way to do this. Well, let's cheat. Let's save ourselves some time, shall we? Hut, hut, hut! Hut! Come on! Oh, son of a... Like, to be fair, I think this is supposed to be kind of like an Easter egg kind of thing. You're not supposed to get it, but you can. Come on, please get up there, please get up there. Thank you. Sheesh. Whew. Yes, blah blah, X-Buster, whatever. Give me the goods, Doc. Okay. All is finally right with the world. I'm back on track. So I guess you're next. Oh yeah, this is a really good place for refilling E-tanks too. Of course, this guy from the original Mega Man. I don't remember what they're called. Like, I know they have a specific name. Because all enemies in video games have specific names. Like, it isn't just like the Bat or anything. It's always like this weird name. Okay. Let's at least get one up from the Mega Man 1 Bat. Whoops. He's not going to give us one, huh? Come on. Yeah, but the Mega Man X version, or the PSP version of Mega Man X, like, it's kind of junk. Like, I don't like it. They just change everything around for no reason, and it kind of, like, ruins how the whole game flows. Like, all the lessons it tries to teach you about item acquisition and everything else. It's just, like, if you've never seen it, Ego Raptor did this video called Sequelitis, where he explains, like, how perfect Mega Man X1 is, and it's, like, actually a really good video, and everything he explains about why Mega Man X1 is such a smart game, the PSP version seems to just completely misunderstand, and it's just a mess. And, like, they put in all this extra, like, storyline that didn't need to be there. It's just, it's not what I would consider a very good version of Mega Man X. But Mega Man Powered Up, the Mega Man 1 remake, that's fantastic. Like, I probably will never play the original NES version of Mega Man 1 ever again, because I'll just play Powered Up. Especially now that I can emulate it. Like, yeah, I know you could say, oh, he's such an idiot on Game Grumps, but he does make a lot of really good points about Mega Man X1 in that Sequelitis video. Was there anything back here? I don't remember. Yeah, there's an E-tank. It's the next digger robot where the you have to race him to the heart tank. In fact, I should probably stop wasting the fire ammo, because that seems to kill him the fastest. Oh dear! Ah. Oh, shoot! I stopped just a little too short. That's such a cool background back there. That waterfall. It's like it's only used in that one part of the level. You never see it anywhere else. Okay, now to concentrate a little bit. I actually have, like, trouble with Armored Armadillo. Like, you can very easily run out of, like, shots to hurt this guy with. Okay, whew. And, like, if you run out of the electric shock weapon, it is just... that boss fight's rough. Or at least it is for me. I can do Buster only on Flame Mammoth, Chill Penguin, and Storm Eagle, but I don't think I could do it on anyone else in this game. Whew, it's starting to get hot back here. The summer heat's building, because it's getting closer to noon. Don't land in the spikes! Okay, I thought there were spikes down here, but I guess I'm thinking of right here. Well, there goes all my ammo for that. Probably should have saved it for the other one, which is a lot harder. And none of you are going to give me any weapon tanks, huh? And this is where it gets tricky. Ah! Help! Oh, I hate this boss! Oh! Hold your breath! Crap. Oh well. I don't really need to bother with that anymore right now. And just heads up, I said I'd probably play through like all of Mega Man X right now. We'll probably stop once we get to the Sigma levels, because that's usually about how this goes for me. Like, I can beat Mega Man X1, I've done it on the Virtual Console, but, you know, if we're just, like, playing games casually, I'm not gonna sit here and tough it out through the Sigma levels quite right. Like, not today. We'll find something else to play. I also don't really like Launch Octopus's music. Like, Mega Man X has some really good music, but if we're like rating all the songs, um, Octopus is it's not in the top 3, let's say. Like, I like that bass line. That's really good. But I like the cheesy guitar, and this doesn't have much in the way of cheesy guitar. It's all synth brass and orchestra hits. They're good orchestra hits too, but this is another Maverick where you can run out of juice real easily and be stuck with, especially because his stupid missiles can block your stuff, and I think he's immune when he's spinning too. This one, it's like you almost actually have to fight him. Yep, he blocks it. Okay. Oh well. Get chumped. You know, I never really realized that schematic there of Mega Man X's arm cannon. I always thought it was like a schematic of like a microchip, but I just realized it's like the round part at the end of his arm, like his wrist part. I never really realized that before. I thought it was like a much smaller component of his overall arm cannon, not the whole arm cannon itself. Oh, good music. That for the boss. Like, we need like a sub-weapon to pull that guy's shield off or something. Because he's so annoying otherwise. Now we get the stupid lasers, which, who cares? If you're fast enough, not even lasers can touch you. Like, that's just science, if you ask me. Oh, those have splash damage? That's mean. And now for the incredibly difficult auto-scroller part. I lied, it's not actually that difficult. I'm sorry for deceiving you all. Shoutouts to Boomer Koanger for being the only Maverick where you have to, like, get his weapon and then come back to his stage to use his own weapon to get the item inside of it. Though maybe if like you're like fully crazy, you can use a dash jump to get up there and get it. But I don't think that's actually possible. Right? Like it would be if this came out, because there's a port here where a platform should come sliding out, and you could probably dash kick off of it up there to grab the heart tank, but they very intentionally removed the platform that's supposed to slide out of there. So I guess the answer is just GFB. A charged ice shot? That... well, it's a little too late for that right now. But that might work. I hadn't actually thought about that before. Because I never used the charged ice in any other scenario. Like, I guess a charged ice shot would work. But the timing on it would be so, tight. Because you'd have to jump before the ice platform dropped too low for you to get up there onto it. But, yeah, I guess that would work if you're, pro enough. In fact, I'll probably try it right now before I just grab it with the thing. Why are you saying it's not configured? I think that's just like a weird RetroArch bug. Oh, and I remember reading how to fix it, and now I don't remember how. I guess if it continues to be a problem where it pops up that my controller was not configured properly, then I'll think about looking up how to fix it, but... got me all distracted thinking about controllers, and now I'm all scattershot feeling. Missed. Haha. Oh, and yeah, to address the chat from earlier, you're probably going to notice some dropped frames, because with my limited internet, what I do is I set the stream to 24 frames per second, which is, if you don't know, that's the minimum frame rate you can set it at for motion to still be detectable by the human eye, I guess. That's what movies and theaters run at. That's what cartoons run at. So, it's not, perfect, but as far as my bandwidth goes, it's good enough. Huh. I don't think cartoons run at 12. Maybe, television cartoons do, but Disney cinematic movies are, I think, definitely 24 frames per second. Because I remember hearing that on some thing a long time ago. Gosh, where did I hear that? That's one of those things you pick up as you grow up. Huh? Yeah, that would definitely be possible. Oh, but you have to kill the enemy before you create the platform. Because for some reason, otherwise you have collision with it? That's weird. Whoops, I think I just bumped the microphone. What? It worked the first time, why is that pushing me off now? Huh? Oh, well, whatever. I get it, it works. I have the easy method now. Last one. Ugh. I'm starting to get sweaty. That's how hot it's getting back here. Might have to, turn the fan up, which will probably mean background noise will increase a little bit. Because I currently have the fan set on low. So for me, the hardest Maverick in Mega Man X1 is Sting Chameleon. His stage is pretty tough, and he himself is pretty tough. Do I want to get the heart tank, or do I want to get the armor first? I guess I'll get the heart tank first. Hut! Break it! Thank you. I think that's the last heart tank. Well, no, maybe I missed one in Spark Mandrill, or is that an E-tank? I don't remember. I think it's an E-tank that I missed in Spark Mandrill. Hey, it's Otto from Mega Man 7. This is probably like the worst mini-boss. I get that, like, you know, he's guarding the armor, so he has to have like really tough armor or like a lot of hit points, but man, he's annoying. Actually, I think his weakness is reflected ice, maybe? I always thought it was like the electric balls, but I think it's actually the ice. You know, I'm not actually sure. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, I just realized I was complaining about everything being blurry. It's not blurry anymore on my screen. What happened? Somehow the bilinear filtering just turned itself off. And why won't my charge shot fire? Oh, because I have it set on the ice. Duh. Oh, Mega Man X Claw. A charged dash jump. Gosh, this is like a Monster Hunter boss. He's drooling, that means he's almost dead. Whoops. Yeah, give me the armor with my lovely shoulder pads, because it was the 90s and shoulder pads are awesome. Though I guess if it's like armor, like, you know, knights have shoulder pads and things like that. Yes, hello, can I... Okay, thank you. How many lives do I even have? All of them? I think Mega Man X is one of those games where, like, it just lists I have 9 lives. I have, like, more than 9 lives, but it only displays a maximum of 9. I don't think it actually caps at 9 is what I'm trying to say. So let's talk about favorite video game sounds for a minute. That jet sound when you leave the ground in the ride armor, that's one of my favorite sounds in video games. That X might have a max of 9. I don't know. That sounds like a Capcom thing to do. It's this. I really like the wavy effect they do for Sting Chameleon. That sort of masking effect. It's pretty cool. Chop. Finally, we found Sigma's fortress! Let's go in and put an end against the war against something, humans, whatever. Good, great, glad we had that talk. I think that's as far as I'm going to go on Mega Man X, at least for today. When I closed the game, did you see like a brief flash of my my stream, like now waiting thing? Because I see a flash of it when I do that. Oh, that's weird. Select file and detect core. Okay, what do we want to play? We could stick to Super Nintendo games. We could play Virtual Boy games. I kind of wanted to play Aladdin. Like, I also want to play the beta of Aladdin because I want to find out what's different, but I don't know. That can be weird. Like, there's a beta I have for Jurassic Park on the Super Nintendo that's similarly kind of weird. And I don't know what's different in Aladdin. Jurassic Park is a little more obvious what's different, but I don't know. If you can't tell, I'm actually scooting my way across my room here. I'm going to turn up my fan just a little bit. So again, if you hear a little bit more background noise, I would like to apologize, but it's the middle of August, so I don't want to melt into a puddle. Okay. Oh, boys and girls, I'm Alfred Chicken. Bark, bark, bark. Oh, we're not playing Alfred Chicken. What is Bazooka Blitzkrieg? I think that's like a weird, like, bootleg cartridge. Like, it's like a vertical shooter. I'm not really one for vertical shooters. Booger Man, we're not going to play Booger Man. We're not going to play Bubsy 1 or Bubsy 2. We're not going to play Rabbit Rampage, I think. I don't know, I have kind of like a weird soft spot for Rabbit Rampage. Like, I acknowledge it's not a very good game, but it's better than some of the Sunsoft Looney Tunes games they did. That was Sunsoft, right? They did like Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday, Rabbit Rampage, probably that Space Jam game. But I just have like weird nostalgia for Rabbit Rampage. Play Classic Kong, which is like a Donkey Kong. We're not playing Clay Fighter or Claymates. I'm not playing Demon's Crest. I kind of want to play a Donkey Kong Country game. I've been getting in the mood for Donkey Kong Country again. But the thing with Donkey Kong Country is... okay, so just for the recording that will probably go up on YouTube later, Um, Anime By says Bazooka Blitzkrieg is a super scope light gun game. Is it? Let's find out. Whoa! Bandai. Well, I don't think Bandai made the weird pirate cart I was talking about. Gosh, I've never heard of this game. Shoot screen. I am shooting the screen. I used to have this set up where I could use like a mouse cursor and shoot, but let's see what the attract mode looks like. So it's like Metal Warriors or whatever? What is that game? Like Falcon's Revenge or something? I don't remember what that game is called. But that's kind of what this looks like. What a weird game. Well, now we know what Bazooka Blitzkrieg is. No, don't look for it. There we go. What were we? Super Nintendo games. Let's scroll back down to where we were. Like I was saying, I've been wanting to play Donkey Kong Country for a while, but the thing with me in Donkey Kong Country is that I kind of consider it a Christmas game. So it reminds me of Christmas because I got Donkey Kong Country for Christmas. So it's August. Long about November or December, I'm going to want to replay it again. And I love Donkey Kong Country, but it's not the kind of game where, 3 months from now I'm going to want to replay it again, even though I will want to replay it again. So we're going to skip Donkey Kong Country for now, even though that's another game I could just blow through in a single sitting. Now, maybe, I don't know. Earthworm Jim is a game I want to like, and every now and then I get the itch to play it, and it's like, oh yeah, Earthworm Jim. You have really nice animation, really nice music, really nice production values, but you're not really that fun to play. We're definitely not starting a Final Fantasy game. Now, you say Earthworm Jim is better on the Sega CD. I'm not entirely sure about that. I used to think, oh, Earthworm Jim Special Edition, that's it. That's the version of Earthworm Jim. That's the best one. And then I showed Earthworm Jim Special Edition to some friends, and I'm like, look at all these extra levels and all this cool extra production value and all this extra animation. And they were like, all these new levels suck. And I sat there and I thought for a minute. And I thought, you know what? All these new levels do kind of suck. Like Big Broody. Big Broody is a terrible level. It kind of gets into that Earthworm Jim 2 thing where, it's this weird gimmick. It's not really about shooting. It's more about swinging and stealth. And I don't like that. Here, we'll play Home Improvement More Power Edition. How about that? This is a ROM hack somebody made of Home Improvement on the Super Nintendo that makes it a little more playable. And I never played enough of the original Home Improvement on Super Nintendo to really know how much more playable it is. And I've still never, beaten the first level of this. Today is a very special day here at Tool Time. The Binford Tool Company is honoring their favorite TV personality. Well, thank you, Tim. I appreciate Binford's support. We're not watching that cutscene. The basic gist of it is Tim loses the tools, and he has to go through other television and movie sets to recover them. And you start in the set of a Jurassic Park movie. What is the run button? I forget. There's like a specific run button in this game, I think. Maybe? Maybe not. Like, I should probably actually go read the romhacking.net article so that I know exactly what was changed in this to make it better. Because I honestly don't remember. Like, you'd think one of the things they changed to make it better would, like, not have, like, tiny little ants that you can't shoot. Oh, these bad Sonic the Hedgehog physics. Tim slides down. Like, I'm not touching the controls right now. Tim is sliding down this hill like he was the Sonic the Hedgehog. If Sonic the Hedgehog had a nail gun. That's a fantastic jump sound. This real deep, like, fart noise. Spikes. Oh, there it is. The run button, for some reason, is the L trigger. Oh, why? Why? Is there... Yeah, there's like a grappling hook mechanic in this ridiculous game. For some reason. Oh no! It's like Aladdin on the Sega Genesis, where Genie appears and he's like, he gives you a little squirt of water and... Ah! More power! Can I, like, look... What in... Okay, sure. Oh, and I can jump like that. Can I attack things like that? Looks like it. So then why don't I just go around like this all the time? I can even run while I'm in this state. I think that's a bottomless pit down there. It'd be nice if I could look. Well, I guess the fact that Tim won't look means that I'm probably correct. How do I use this grappling hook? How? I've used it before, I know. It just turns into magic and disappears. Okay. Sure. Jump. And it checkpoints me down here? Oh, because that's where that stupid crate was. Home improvement. What even hit me? You know what? Less power. How about that? I don't know where I got this ROM hack then if it's not on romhacking.net. I got it from somewhere. You could probably punch in Home Improvement More Power Edition into Google and find out. In fact, I could probably do that because I'm in Steam. Steam Instant Message. I don't know if you guys can see the Steam overlay right now. Home Improvement More Power Edition. What do we got? Oh, apparently I might have gotten this from the Hardcore Gaming 101 forums. Because, like, those are the only two links that are coming up. So it turns out that there's nothing even sort of funny about playing Home Improvement. GC9X bylaws strictly forbid us from using save states, Game Genie, etc. An unwritten rule also forbids us from quitting the game mid-month simply because we don't want to keep playing it. If you don't know, GC9X is the Hardcore Gaming 101 like book club, game club thing. So they were playing Home Improvement for their book club thing, game club, whatever. So basically there's a post here that says they aren't allowed to quit the game before the month is over. They aren't allowed to cheat. They aren't allowed to use save states or a Game Genie or anything else. So what somebody did is they created a ROM hack for Home Improvement to make it a little more friendly to play, which I guess somehow skirts around the rules that they aren't allowed to use save states or Game Genie. So this guy created a fix for unlimited continues, weapons got buffed, power-ups last longer, the level timer doesn't count down as quickly, and apparently he got rid of the icy ground physics, which I don't think he actually did. Story adjustments to fit the game into series canon, taking its rightful place between seasons 3 and 4. So yeah, that's Home Improvement More Power Edition. I think we might be done with Super Nintendo games. Where was I? I was up here with Home Improvement. I was only in the H's? Oh my gosh. We're not playing Hook. We're not playing Jelly Boy. I don't think Joe and Mac works. I've wanted to play Joe and Mac for a little while. I think it came up during Summer Games Done Quick, maybe. Thinking, yeah, I could play some Joe and Mac. I never did. Never really got into The Legend of Mystical Ninja. It just never really grabbed me. We could finally just move on to Zelda, I guess. Play some Mario ROM hacks. I don't think that works anymore. I think that's an old version of the Zero Project. If you don't know what the Zero Project is, it's a hack for Mega Man X3 that makes it able so you can play Zero through the entire game. Normally, when you play Mega Man X3, you're very limited with how you get to play Zero, and this removes a lot of those limitations. I think Zero gets like his own Maverick powers, like Mega Man does, and everything else. It's kind of cool, but it was also programmed. It's one of those ROM hacks that doesn't work on real hardware. So I'm using what is it? BSNES, which is the most accurate Super Nintendo emulator ever. So it doesn't work on that. Do I have Aladdin for the Genesis on my computer? Yes, I have Aladdin for the Genesis on my computer. I have a great many games on my computer. I grew up being one of those emulation nuts who collected ROMs, so I have like almost everything. Over the years, my collection has been pared down to only my favorite games, and then I build back up, and then I pare back down. But yes, I do have Aladdin on here, right here. So we'll play a little bit of Aladdin, because why not? I don't really like the Genesis version of Aladdin too much. I actually prefer, I'm one of these crazy people that likes the Super Nintendo version a lot more. I think it's a better game. This was by the team that made Aladdin on the Genesis here. Eventually went on to do Earthworm Jim. So a lot of the animation tech that they developed for Aladdin went on to power Earthworm Jim. And a lot of the problems I have with Earthworm Jim about like the difficulty and how it prioritizes production value over solid gameplay, things like that. That's all present in Aladdin on the Genesis. It's not a bad game, at least not at first. But it's I don't know, it's weird. And yeah, Virgin Games made Aladdin on the Genesis, they made Lion King, they made Jungle Book, but the specific team at Virgin Games that did Aladdin, after Aladdin was over, they were like, hey, we have all this cool animation technology, we can just split off from Virgin, and go form Shiny Entertainment, and we'll make Earthworm Jim. Here, we'll skip the intro. There was a Windows 95 version of Aladdin? I know that the versions of Earthworm Jim on like Steam and GOG are like the weird DOS ports of the console versions, which is a bummer because even though like I'm harsh on Earthworm Jim, I still do like Earthworm Jim enough that if they put Earthworm Jim Special Edition up on Steam, I'd probably buy that. I think I have Earthworm Jim 3D on my Steam wishlist actually. Or maybe I don't know. I don't remember if I do or don't. Yeah, this, like, Aladdin's not a bad game on the Genesis. People who like it, you know, I can definitely see why they like it. I'm not going to say that it's actually a bad game, because that's just ridiculous. But, I don't know, it feels a little shallow to me, I guess. It's more about, like, all the funny animations you see guys do than it is about, like, being a good action game. Like, you get the impression that with Aladdin on the Super Nintendo that Capcom was kind of doing like a really simple version of Prince of Persia, because you have all these climbing mechanics and things that just aren't present in this version of the game. And it's just, I don't know. It's just that one thing where Aladdin on the Genesis is a good game, Aladdin on the Super Nintendo is a great game. Like, I will play Aladdin on the Super Nintendo any day of the week. I can full clear that game, if you want me to. Like, I love Aladdin on the Super Nintendo. And this is just, like, this, I guess, just like Earthworm Jim, I will play, like, 2 or 3 levels of Aladdin on the Genesis. And then I'll get to a certain point where it's just like, I'm not having any fun anymore. So I turn it off and I go find something else. And it's usually around the time I hit the dungeon level where Aladdin gets captured and put into the Agrabah dungeons in the castle or whatever. I probably shouldn't have bought one up there. I probably should have like got a wish, but I don't think I turned links off. I mean, I used to have them off, but it showed up for me in the chat, so I think that means it showed up for everybody else, too. Like, I really hate that, oh gosh, what is it? The scarab animation there, the way it flies in and it flashes. I remember my cousins owned the Genesis version of Aladdin. And we'd be sitting, like, in my cousin's bedroom playing it, and that flash would come up, and it would actually kind of, like, hurt my eyes a little bit. I was too busy reaching over to turn my tablet back on because it turned off. Having escaped from the guards. And, like, one thing I don't like about this version of Aladdin 2 is that you go from Agrabah to the desert back to Agrabah again, and that's weird. Like, these games don't follow the movies at all. Like, both of them have weird levels that didn't take place in the movie. But I feel like this one is probably more weird than either of them in that regard, because, I don't know. Like, from what I remember hearing, I think, like, the pyramid sequence in Aladdin for the Genesis, or, sorry, trying to talk and play games at the same time is a little hard sometimes. What was I even saying? The pyramid level in Aladdin for the Super Nintendo. I feel like I remember hearing at some point that that was, like, an actual deleted scene from the movie or something? So, I don't know. And like this is what I would like consider like a weird Earthworm Jim thing. Like, why do these palm trees have this weird float effect on them? Well, it's because they had the floating animation, and they couldn't either store more animations for Aladdin, or they just needed an extra gameplay function, and they were like, well, we have this really nice floating animation, let's find somewhere else to use it. Because this floating animation comes up again in, I think, the genie inside the lamp levels later on in the game, and it feels so weird and recycled. And the Earthworm Jim games do that a lot too. I don't know, it's just, like, I acknowledge it's like weird, picky complaints about these games. You'd be like, oh, this has like a weird animation in it, and that's why I don't like it. Like, that's crazy, but, you know, it's the little things that separate the two versions of the game for me. Like, you have the black lamp that Jafar gets trapped in, and that's somehow like a bomb that kills everything on screen, but it's never really used in a way that feels natural to me. It's just, it's there because the explosion looks cool. Like, there's no strategy to using the lamp. It just exists because it exists. I don't know. That's one of those weird things. Like, I don't like that scarab sound effect. And again, I don't have enough for the thing here. If I didn't buy the extra life in Agrabah, I could buy a wish right now, and I can't. There is a fun fact I heard about the development of this game. Apparently, Virgin, working with the animators, what the animators would do is they'd actually draw the entire level out on paper, like using original artwork, like it was a Disney animation background, right? And then Virgin would have to figure out how to translate that into actual graphics they could use in the game. That's kind of cool, I guess. And I have such bad luck doing this. Yep, just every single time, I always get Jafar. The last time where I, like, actually got 2 items on the roulette, that was lucky. That never happens to me. I usually always hit Jafar first thing. I will say that there's one thing, like, I unequivocally like about this version of Aladdin. That's the music. That last level, the music is called Camel Jazz, and I really like it. Like, I like the fart horn versions of all the Aladdin songs, I guess. Like, they did a good job with these. Like, they don't sound realistic, I guess is what I'm trying to say, but for Sega Genesis music, they're cute renditions. And, like, this isn't fun. I don't see why that had to be in the game. That's, like, weird from a gameplay perspective. I technically know the lyrics to this song by heart. I mean, like, everyone does. But now that I'm blanking on them all. Oh, I even set this on easy and I'm about to die. Well, not anymore. Gotta eat to live, gotta steal to eat, and otherwise we get along. Like, there it was again, that was the smart bomb item. And it's just designed so that when you come off the zip line, you touch it and he explodes. For no reason other than it looks cool. And I don't know, it's just that kind of stuff bugs me. Because that's not gameplay, that's just something weird. This game is all style and less substance, I should say. Like, the substance it does have, it's like, just like weirdly difficult. I'm not a fan of that. I'm sorry. Couldn't jump there. Sorry, somebody in the chat told me of a shortcut I could have taken, and I wasn't paying close enough attention to the chat to actually take the shortcut. Unless I can go down here, no. That looks like something I'd have to jump over, but I guess not. Aw, oh, boo! Gotta steal to eat, gotta eat to live, otherwise we get along. It's like the only lyric I remember. Actually, that's kind of interesting. I don't think that happens anywhere else in the game, where, like, Aladdin bounces off the wall when you try and slash. Like, does that happen anywhere else? Well, I guess so. I've never noticed that before. What a weird detail. Oh no, it's Kazim! Eh. Oh, okay, that's weird. Oh, the merchant was there. The shortcut I was told earlier wasn't actually a shortcut, it was just the merchant. Oh, and I do have enough gems. Oh well. And like having that mini boss and then coming here and there's another mini boss and like he throws these really tiny barrels at you, which is weird. Like you want to talk about the Mega Man X claw, jump is on the C button, apples are on the A button. I'm gonna close my eyes. Doesn't matter. And this is the level I usually go, I think I've played enough Aladdin for the Sega Genesis. And it's because, well, there's a nice Pirates of the Caribbean reference. Like, that's the thing, like, I like the production value in these games. They did a good job putting, like, all this personality in here. Like, you have these mouse traps, you have the Pirates of the Caribbean reference back there, you have the skeleton with the Mickey Mouse ears on. Like, these games have so much personality. But then you have stuff like that skeleton, where he explodes into 1,000 bones, and you can't avoid any of them. And it's the worst. It's like a race to kill him before he kills you. And it is such a tight race. And then you have Sebastian here, and that's it. The skeleton exploded off screen, a place I couldn't reach him, and he killed me. And that right there is Aladdin for the Genesis in a nutshell. And like, it only gets worse from here. Because after this, I think, is Inside the Genie's Lamp, and that's like an even worse level, where it's all this like super tricky platforming. And this isn't as a platformer, this isn't a very good game. But we'll keep going. We will persevere. Even though I don't know where I'm going. Oh, that skeleton's about to explode now. Guess I go down here? Like, as much as I like the production value in this game, this is also kind of a difficult level to navigate, because everything is the same color. It's flat and immense, and the heat is intense. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home. Whoops. Oh gosh, yeah, the Cave of Wonders is after this. That is, like, completely full of really nasty, ugly platforming. And, like, you have the Shiva enemy, like the boss you have to fight or whatever. That's a pain in the butt. There's the ghost you have to fight, which is weird. Ugh. I really don't like this game, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to, like, crap on something you have fond memories of. But on the flip side, I talked about how I had fond memories. Like, we all have fond memories of games that are crap. Like, I legitimately love the Bubsy, the first Bubsy game. Claws Encountered of the Third Kind or whatever. So, you know, I don't really have room to talk as far as, like, taste in games goes. But, man, I'd rather be playing Aladdin on the Super Nintendo than this. It's for reasons like that. I am not joking when I say that this is probably the furthest I've played in Sega Genesis Aladdin in like a decade. Because usually I start this level and I think, oh, that's it, I'm done. I just close the emulator. Oh, this part. Like, I kind of remember this part. I think this is where, like, as a kid, this is where I'd always give up. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember things. And I could buy 2 wishes. Oh. Could always ABBA, ABBA ABBA. Play Vector Man and call a cab. Hey, I got an apple. I got a gem. I got an apple. I got an Aladdin. Well, I'll just say it right now. I think this is where our Aladdin adventure is going to come to an end. I might actually boot up the Super Nintendo version now, though, because you guys have got me in the mood. Tablet keeps turning off. These are the Shiva enemies, these ladies, because they have more than one arms. And they do stuff like that. You can't kill them. Can you throw... You think, well, you can't throw apples at them. They just attack you when you turn your back on them. And then something like that happens. I hate this game. It's fine for those first 2 levels. But then at some point you get here, and it's just no thank you, sir or madam. Going up? No? I like that sound. And then something like that happens. And Ryan gets frustrated. Real easy. Surely there has to be a... like that. I forgot you could do that. I do have Maui Mallard on the Genesis. And like the Genesis version of Maui Mallard is really weird to me. Like you say, I guess it's the original version, but it's also like a really ugly version of the game. Like most games that were multi-platform back then weren't like that bad, I don't think. But Maui Mallard on the Genesis does not handle the limited color palette as well as it could. Oh my gosh! Whoops! Look at that. The emulator closed itself. What a shame. Where's Maui Mallard? Is it up more? I think it's in the ROMs folder. Donald Duck in Maui Mallard. I saw it. Where'd it go? There it is. Like, I ended up kind of getting into the Maui Mallard games a little bit because I watched a Let's Play. I think it was Combat Lobster did a Let's Play for Maui Mallard. And he went over, like, you know, differences between the Super Nintendo version and the Genesis version. So I ended up downloading the Genesis version because I'd only ever played it on the Super Nintendo. I can't really, like, check links on my tablet because if I check the YouTube link, it'll close the chat. I'm not running this windowed or anything. Always really liked, like, the motion blur effects they have in this game. This is another game where I feel like maybe I should be playing the Super Nintendo version. Because, like, I don't hate the Genesis version of this, but I think it's probably pretty easy to say that the Super Nintendo version is definitely, like, better. It has more sound effects and things like that. It looks better, it sounds better. Is this the one with, like, the weird, like, the clubs that flip you around? Was that in this version? Or is that both versions? I don't remember. Suppose we'll find out in about like 2 minutes. Yeah, they're there. You stand on these ones, okay. In the Super Nintendo version, you get like flipped around by them. I think the controls are better in the Super Nintendo version too. This one's a little, I don't know, floaty and stiff, I guess. Or do I have to go this way? I don't remember. Yeah, no. That reminds me of the disappearing block puzzles in Mega Man, which is one of the reasons why I kind of don't like the Mega Man games. But what you guys have gotten me in the mood for now, I'm just going to play Aladdin, because now I want to play Aladdin. I love this game. I might actually try for all the gems. Bum, 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 bum. Like, just mechanically, this feels like it makes so much more sense to me. Yep, Aladdin for the Super Nintendo had a Game Boy Advance port. And it's a pretty good port. Like, I think it even has, like, maybe, like, color options. Because most Super Nintendo, or just most Game Boy Advance ports in general, or Game Boy Advance games, I should say, had, like, washed out colors because the Game Boy Advance screen was so bad. But not, I don't think Aladdin did. I think, like, you had an option where you could turn on the original Super Nintendo colors, and that was pretty cool. Whoops. There we go. That's what I'll just say it now. I probably won't get all the gems, but I'm gonna try. Because it's been a while since I've done like a full gem clear playthrough of this. So I've probably forgotten where some of them are. But I'll get all the ones I remember, which is like 85–90% of them at least. There might have been one down here. No, I guess not. Oh, I'm getting sloppy. I'm trying to play quick. I will definitely check out the soundtrack for Maui Mallard on the PC, because I kind of like those songs. Ooh, Red Book. Like, something I like about the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin here is Abu running around with you, almost like Tails in Sonic 2. That's pretty cool. But, like, he climbs around the environment so, like, perfectly, it's kind of cool. Like, I don't even know what kind of programming it would take to make Abu follow Aladdin the way he does. Especially, like, back on the Super Nintendo, where they had such limited memory and processing and things like that. Like, it's kind of like magic to me, I guess. Because with Tails is easy. He just follows behind Sonic and mimics his inputs. So you're just doing, like, another player object at that point. Abu has like artificial intelligence. Like he'll run ahead, he climbs up objects in different ways than Aladdin. It's like really cool. And whoever at Capcom like did Abu did a really good job. Not really much of a fan of this song, though, I'll tell you that much. I don't remember. I guess not. I thought maybe there was like a red gem down there, but I think that's the second zip line later in the level. This one. Oh no! And then I goof it up. Can I, like, do it again, or do I... No, okay. Oh, and there's no checkpoint. That's not very friendly. Capcom. We can speedrun this. Don't even need to take care of you. Hut! Whoa! Dude! And then Abu eats an apple. Ever wonder why Abu is so healthy? Well, there you go. Apples, please. Oh, well. Something when they speedran this game at Summer Games Done Quick this year that I'm really proud of myself for finding is being able to do this. Throw an apple at him to cancel out of his sword slashing thing. I figured that out when I was a kid, and it's just like a really useful thing. I remember showing it to a friend once, and he was like, "Wow, that's amazing." It made me feel good. How many gems did I miss? One. Unfortunately, they are found by the guards. Offering to set Aladdin. I wonder what red gem I missed. And like, I don't think it tells you, like, no chronologically. Like, it doesn't say you missed like the fourth gem or something. I don't think. It's probably like one of the hazards of talking while playing is that, you know, you kind of space out a little bit. There was probably something like super obvious that I just wasn't paying attention to. Oh. Okay, we'll get you first. Whoops. Oh well, it's just gems up there. Abu's like, "Wow! You should check this out!" Like, yes, Abu. I should check it out. Avoid these nice jeweled skeletons. Well, even like if these Disney Super Nintendo games don't use the same engine, I'm willing to bet it was probably the same team that did them all. That did like, oh, what was it called? It's not Castle of Illusion. That was the Genesis one. Like Magical Circus Escape or whatever. Mickey and Donald. Like I know the Japanese names. Mickey and Donald 1, Mickey and Donald 2, Mickey and Donald 3, or whatever the second one was called. Like it's probably like the same art team, things like that. Like this is just how Capcom games looked back then, kind of. Like obviously not Mega Man X, but even so, like kind of. Like this weird pillow shading. Like you think about the way Street Fighter looked, and it kind of looked like this. Not like entirely. Like obviously it's not the same art style, like pixel for pixel, but it was just the Capcom company style, really. Great Circus Mystery, that's what it was, yeah. And yeah, I know it's Minnie Mouse and Great Circus Mystery, but the Japanese names for those games were Mickey and Donald, or at least Mickey to Donald, I think, is the technical term. I have a translated version of Mickey to Donald 3, because it never came to America. Though I think it actually did end up coming to America on the Game Boy Advance, technically. But somebody fan-translated the Super Nintendo version. In-engine cutscenes! Abu! No! Infidels! I'd go fully Dr. Claw on that line, but that would hurt my throat. Password. Aw, yeah. Mickey Toe Donald. Touch nothing but the lamp! I think there's a red gem in this level that requires me to, like, dip into the lava temporarily to get it. Which is kind of weird. But the good news is that this lava is not instant kill lava, as it so easily could be. You just get bounced really high up out of it. Well, I gotta wait to open this chest. Oh wait, it's the next one. The next one has the scarab in it. This one. Whoa! That's the one that requires intentional damage. You have to touch the fireball to... Oh, maybe this one too. Nope. Whoa, whoops. I looked down at the chat. Well, now I gotta start playing it safe. But not too safe, because that's the end of the level. This is a way better roulette than the Genesis version. Take that, Genesis people. This one I can't get Jafar'd. And it's mode 7. Checkmate, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, give me the genie! Yeah, I don't even know what this does. Ooh! Like, I never hit the genie. That's actually kind of cool. Oh no! Even though I have this entire sequence memorized, I can feel myself choking. I need to focus. Because this is actually, like, fairly tricky. Ah! Ah! Okay, that's it. Give me those gems. Oh, I thought the pyramid was before the lamp. Papa had him for his thief, Sherazade had 1,000 tales. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Did I miss a gem before this? I don't remember. Mr. Aladdin, sir, what will your pleasure be? Never had a friend like me. That jump right there got me so much as a child. Because there is a trick to swinging on things where you have to wait until like the last second to get the absolute most height out of your swing jump. And I didn't realize that for like the longest time. Uh-oh. Okay, good. I didn't think a balloon was going to appear. Ah! Whoa. I feel like I must have missed some red gems here somewhere. Yep, there was like a weird PS1 Aladdin game like right at the end of the life cycle. I think there was like a Lion King game right at the end of the PS1 too. Disney just all of a sudden was like, hey, the PS2 is out, but let's release a bunch of like Disney games on the PS1 all of a sudden. It was weird. I have never played the PS1 Aladdin game, I'm sorry. Like, I have an opportunity to now. I could like go download it or whatever, but I have seen footage of the PS1 Lion King game though. It's like this weird 3D platformer, I think. And like obviously made for little kids, I think. Like it's super easy and you can't die. Almost looks kind of like bootleggy a little bit. It's got that kind of quality to it. That cheapness, if you want to call it that. I will say one thing about the Genesis version. Well, I mean, I guess this is like me praising its presentation or whatever, but I really like the look of the inside the lamp levels on the Genesis version. All these neon lights and dark colors and like whatever else. This is just like it's like heaven inside the genie's lamp. Apparently, it's such a generic outlook of what the inside of a lamp would look like. The Genesis version is a lot more like pop culture-y, I guess, which is probably because Virgin worked with the animators who worked on Aladdin. So if anyone would know what the inside of a genie's lamp would look like, it would probably be them, right? Yes, I think the PS1 Lion King game was Simba's Pride. Give me those gems. I like that artwork right there. Okay, time for a completely random level inside of a pyramid. If you ask me, this is like the hardest level in the game. Because of the way the quicksand pushes you around like a conveyor belt. Like, it is really easy to slip into a bottomless pit and die. Like, I think those bats do double damage, and well, I guess not. And like, the sand means that you can't latch on to surfaces that have sand on them. So you can't climb up. So, like, you can just, like, totally hose yourself. I think there's a turkey up here somewhere. Yes? No? No. There is bread, though. Like, getting the scarab here is really hard. Come back! Well, it's too late now. There's that turkey. Is there like a gem down here that I can get? No? Okay, I'll take your word for it. Mysterious person that I'm not actually talking to? Okay, whew. Sometimes you can mess that up. Yeah, like sometimes the PC ports of Disney's games like that had different names on the PC. Working at that thrift store, we had a copy of Monsters, Inc. Scare School, I think it was, or whatever it is. And it's called something different on the PC, so I was like, is that the PS1 Monsters, Inc. game that I have a demo for? And the screenshots looked like it, but it had like a totally different name. Can't believe how short this Aladdin game is. We're like more than halfway through the game, I think. Like, all that's left is the A Whole New World rug ride, and then I think the final level. Like, this never felt this short when I was a kid, but it clearly is. Whoops, oh well. Like, I suppose if you wanted to make a case against this Aladdin game, you could complain that it is too easy. And for that, I probably don't have an argument against it, because it is a very easy game. I have 9 lives and the maximum amount of health, and I haven't really like been sweating it too hard. But I don't know. It's a charming game in its own right. I like the snake iconography in this level, though. It's like maybe Jafar came to this pyramid at some point, right? Like that would match up with what I was saying earlier. If this pyramid scene might have been like a deleted scene, right? Or like based on a deleted scene that was in Aladdin at some point and then removed. Like maybe Jafar was secretly Egyptian or something, I don't know. And now the hardest boss fight in the game. Oh, I won. Oh, I missed 3 gems. Well, I suppose if I was gonna miss gems somewhere in the game, it would be there. And here. Like, it's actually kind of difficult to get all the red gems in this level because of the way they're all, like, spread out everywhere. Like, there's a path of gems you can follow, but then you hit stuff like that. Or it's like, psych! And the way the carpet has, like, all this momentum to it, it's actually kind of difficult to control. Fantastic point of view. Where to go? Say we're only have something. Yeah, I definitely missed some red gems here. Well, maybe not. We'll find out. I got them all. Jafar, Jasmine, Aladdin, Jasmine. No, that was Jafar on both ends. Whatever. Final level, let's go! So what, I've missed like 1 gem in the first level, 3 gems in the pyramid. I think that's it. Like, I've missed 4 gems. I'll probably miss a couple here. Oh, like that one. I see you. Gotcha. I think you don't have to get all the gems to get, like, the special ending. Because there's 2 versions of the credits in this game. One you get for, like, collecting, like, I want to say, less than half the gems, and then another ending you get for collecting, like, more than half the gems, I guess. What I want to know is, like, what is up with these bird pots? Like, what a weird enemy. Right? And, like, they seem to be under Jafar's command. Because he uses them during the final boss, which is... I think at the top of one of these, yep. Whoa! Oh geez, I might have just missed a red gem back there. Oh, this one is the hard one. I don't even remember how to get this one. Like, do I just jump off from the edge here? Huh? No, I can't. And that doesn't work. So how do I get this red gem? Can I bait Iago to come over farther? Yes, maybe. Okay, I think I can bait Iago. Aha! Turn around, thank you. I'm getting all into the game. I'm stopping talking. I think those might have been the last red gems in the entire game. I don't remember. Because that was a lot of red gems in that section right there. Yeah, give me another one-up that I can't use. Could at least fill my health up, you know? That'd be nice. I'd like that. Oh, nope. I see you down there. I think there's a turkey up here. Nope, just another one up. Is that the turkey or is that just apples? I think it's just apples. Bread! Give bread! Man, that's kind of ugly fire. Oh, look at this amazingly difficult puzzle. That's the turkey. Give me that turkey. No, you idiot! You street rat! Don't touch anything. Owl. A.D.D. Oh no! I missed the final red gem. Because I didn't jump high enough. That's a bummer. So what, I missed 5 gems, I think, then? Whoa! The final boss in Marioween doesn't attack like Jafar does there. Where he calls the lightning down. Dracula does that in my Marioween fan game. Whoops. Huh! Boy, I'm just blowing it right now. I'm donking it, as it were. Yep, that's it, I'm dead. I don't really understand why Aladdin jumps there. There must have been like some weird last-minute bug they couldn't correct. How do we fix it? Well, what if we just have Aladdin jump here instead? Like, oh, okay. Or maybe there was like something there he originally had to jump over and they removed it? Oh, come on, I was doing so good. Jafar, you take too much damage. Like, come on, dude. Yeah, tell me about the one gem I missed. Yup. I'm pissed. Angry about gems. Now, the only boss that is easier than Abu in the pyramid. I feel like the sheet really trivializes this boss. As long as you don't get greedy. What a weird mechanic, though. A lot of slowdown, too. Whoops. Good thing that's so generous. Do I know about the program's Bass MIDI and Virtual MIDI Synth? I think I've heard of Bass MIDI, but other than that, no. I don't know what they are. I've never used them. Whoa! And then Aladdin died. Oops. That's just a still from the movie. You're not as powerful as you think, Jafar. The genie has more power than you'll ever have. His power will not exceed mine for long. Genie, here is my third wish. Make me an all-powerful genie! Way to go, Owl. And then it's crappy art, not from the movie. What is happening to me? What's happening to you is that you've been converted into Mode 7, Jafar. I'm free. I'm free. I love this sprite where Genie flies around waving his arms in the background. It looks so ridiculous. Also, Genie looks so weird without his gauntlets on. I think that's why when they did the animated series, they gave him back. It's like, oh, I look weird without these on. Because he does. Genies shouldn't have blue arms. That's what I'm saying. Basically. Oh, and the way the Sultan comes wiggling out is really funny, too. Call me Al. Ugh. Did I get the special ending? I did. I can show you the world. I like the way the parallax moves when the screen scrolls to the side. That's weird, but like cool looking, I guess. I don't even remember what the original credits song was. Not from the good ending. Because there's a different song you get over the credits if you don't get this ending. This special, like, montage ending or whatever. Or maybe you do get this song. I don't remember. Tall Knob! Shoutouts to my bro, Tall Knob. Wink. Nono-san, Scarabamitsu, Chunpon. Professor F. Yeah, that's cool. Capcom All Staff, and you! So I guess there's 70 red gems in the game, and I got 65. I am a great player. It's actually kind of incredible that, like, they show you all this special stuff even though you didn't get all of the gems. Like, you'd think that would be like a full, perfect, clear bonus thing, but they didn't do that for some reason. I think after this ends, you get the alternate title screen, too. Yes. Pressing start. Nothing's happening. Hello? Are you gonna fade out or anything, or am I just stuck on this screen like some games do? Because there's like an alternate title screen sequence, too. And it's not gonna go to it. This is one of those games where it ends and it just sits on the ending. Can I do that? Can I do the old Square Enix reset code where you push all the buttons at the same time? No. Okay, well, whatever. I wonder if this does like a soft reset, if it'll show up. Oh, well. I'm not gonna bother. What now? I don't think I ever installed PPSSPP for this RetroArch. Because I do have like PSP games I could play. Like a handful, I guess. Do I have like a Saturn core, I wonder? What cores do I have? PPSP, okay. Wasn't there like a Sega Saturn core or something? I don't think Rayman 2 runs very well on Raycast, which is what this has. I have Rayman 2. I don't think I have it on the Dreamcast, like the ISO that I could load up, but I do have like the actual disc of Rayman 2 on the Dreamcast. Oh, it is. It's Yabuse. Or Yabaus? I always used to say Yabuse, but I guess it's Yabaus or something. That's... Wait, do I not have Mednafen PlayStation? I should. I do, yes. Do I want to try the hardware core for Mednafen? Where did I even see that? Yeah, there's the Mednafen Saturn. Maybe we'll... this will probably crash RetroArch, but let's see what happens, I guess. Load. We'll do load core first. Because sometimes loading a core is it not showing up? There it is. Load core, load content. Where's Saturn? Saturn. What do we got? Daytona USA, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Knights, Panzer Dragoon, Daytona USA. Wait, that's all I have? I thought I had more Saturn games. We'll try Panzer Dragoon. No items, huh? Can I just load the zip file? No, it just crashed RetroArch. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's try that again, though. Load content. We'll try Christmas Nights. Because that's like an actual... No, we'll try Daytona. No, it just crashes. RetroArch and this Mednafen Saturn thing just do not want to play nice together. So, that was a bust. Oh, what now? You can download, like... Where is it? There are like freeware games they offer up for you to download somewhere in here. Because you'll notice it says, where is it? Select downloaded file. But there's somewhere download content. It's all like, well, it's not even showing that. Somewhere in one of these versions of RetroArch, there's like, gosh, what is it? Like indie games, like Dino Thar or something. It's all in here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but whatever. We're not gonna bother with any of that now because it just they never looked interesting like the indie games that RetroArch supports. So, like that's nothing against. Well, actually, wait a minute. Hang on. Online updater, core updater. I think there's like a Dino Thar core or something, isn't there? It'd be in D, not S. What am I doing? There it is. So, do I just do start the Dino Thar core? Or whatever? Load core? Dino. Is that, do I just... What does that do? That's... What does this do? That doesn't... Dino Thar is the indie game that was made by the creator of RetroArch, and somehow there's a Dino Thar game you can play. I've seen screenshots of it, but I don't know how it works in the context of what we're trying to do right here, right now. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. What game are we going to play now? I'm kind of in the mood for Sonic Advance, we'll say. We'll play this special version of Sonic Advance that has different music, kind of. The FM synthesis version of Sonic Advance. The Dreamcast games I have are like nothing. I downloaded Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, and like Raycast in RetroArch doesn't really work that well, so they're not really that playable. I wouldn't dare try playing them on stream here, because those will crash RetroArch. They've said, the RetroArch team, that they're going to work on improving Raycast emulation in the future. It's just like it's like an alpha version of the core, so you know it's not worth trying. Yeah, listen to these drums. I still like Sonic Advance. It's an alright game. It's not like perfect or anything, but it's alright. really like that kick drum to it. Dum, dum, dum. I will say grind rails in this are so weird and like finicky and whoops. Not that I need this checkpoint, but you know. Oh yeah, wasn't that like Sonic PC port announcement thing? Well, I was gonna say wasn't that today, but then I remembered. TSSZ actually had like a correction about that. Donnie posted that I guess Aaron Weber was like, I haven't heard anything about any new Sonic PC ports. So I guess we're like waiting for the other shoe to drop in that regard. Like nothing might not... Yeah, like nothing might not actually get announced. I thought that was like a double negative or something. There was a rumor 6 or 9 months ago that Sonic Colors was getting a PC port, so I mean, you know, you never know. Yeah, well, Timmy T gets weird about stuff like that sometimes. But like, I don't blame. I want Jet Set Radio Future to be ported to a modern platform too, because I have the Xbox version, and though it's backwards compatible on the Xbox 360, it's also kind of a mess. Like, there's a lot of like nasty slowdown, and I think sometimes the graphics can render incorrectly and things like that. Like, it's playable, but it's not ideal. So if Sega was like, yeah, we ported Jet Set Radio to the PC a few years ago, so now here's Jet Set Radio Future, I'd be like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm down with that. But I'd also probably take Sonic Unleashed before I took Jet Set Radio Future, so... Because, like, Jet Set Radio Future is an okay game. I think in some ways it's probably better than the original Jet Set Radio, but in a lot of ways it's also worse than the original Jet Set Radio. Like, the controls are better, but the level design isn't as good, the music isn't as good. Jet Set Radio is just a better game than Future, straight up. Well, I say that and I know that's like... I don't know, it's a weird thing. Jet Set Radio, as a franchise, has never been perfect, let's say. So I guess it really just depends on what you're looking for out of a thing like that. Like, that's not to say that I hate Jet Set Radio or that I hate Jet Set Radio Future, it's just, you know, there's expectations to be had with both those games. And I think that in general, Jet Set Radio Future has probably aged better than Jet Set Radio. Because I remember playing Jet Set Radio Future and not really being impressed by it, and then I went back to the original Jet Set Radio, and it was like, wow, actually, Future is a way better game than this in some regards. Like, it is way easier to play. The controls are a lot tighter. It's just... we need like a Jet Set Radio 3 that combines the best elements of both games into something that is like actually pretty cool. But that will probably never happen. But until then, we have Hover, the power of gamers revolt, or whatever. Right? Guys? We got Hideki Naganuma to do our soundtrack. That means we're Jet Set Radio, right? Actually, I wonder what happened to that Hover Gamers Revolt game, or whatever it was. Like, I haven't heard anything about it in a really long time, and I don't think it ever, like, left Steam Early Access. I wonder if they just, like, ran out of money to pay their team or whatever. I think I'm just about reaching my limit for Sonic Advance here. Because I played through most of this game like a month ago. So a lot of this is still kind of like fresh in my mind. Because that's what I do when I'm bored and I don't know what else to play. I'll just load up a random Sonic game and go through it. So like, at any given point in my life, I've probably played one of the 2D Sonic games like within that week. Not always the same games, but you know, I rotate around through them all. Crazy Taxi 3 apparently has like a PC port out there somewhere. I don't know if it still runs on like Windows 10 or anything, but I remember it being kind of a solid port, so maybe you could look into that. Yeah, I think I'm getting bored of Sonic Advance here. I might actually be winding down the stream here, because I've been at this almost, we'll say a little over 2 hours. And I kind of need like a break to rest and recuperate and charge up, do other things. Like, none of these games are starting to sound good all of a sudden. Here, I know what. Whoops. I've never actually, like, tried to load any PSP games in RetroArch. I usually run it through, usually, like, PPSSPP itself. So let's see how RetroArch handles a PSP game. We'll try Mega Man Powered Up. The answer is that PPSSPP crashed. Failed to load PPG Atlas.zim. Whoa, what happened? I'm assuming that both you and I are staring at a black screen right now. Steam says that something is running. But I'm not seeing anything. RetroArch still works. Here, just real quick, I'll show you what Dreamcast games look like on RetroArch. Let's see, we've got Crazy Taxi, Crazy Taxi 2, Cannon Spike doesn't work. I guess I have a lot more games on here than I thought. That's Capcom vs. SNK. The first one, that works great on this. Jet Set Radio, Super Runabout crashes the emulator, Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Soul Calibur, Virtua Fighter 3 Team Battle. It looks kind of funky on the emulator. I don't remember if Marvel vs. Capcom 2 runs. And then this will eventually crash the emulator too. This is Zombie Revenge. We'll try... I'll risk it, and we'll try Sonic Adventure. But Sonic Adventure usually has this weird thing where it crashes the emulator really easily. Oh crap, what is today? I don't know what today's date is. I think it's like... Let's see. I think it's the 14th? And this is another thing about this emulator. It never saves your settings. So every time you launch a game, you have to set the date. All your save files get corrupted every single time you launch it. It's kind of like this weird mess. I don't think it's going to crash. Usually, if it crashes here on the full motion video, and it didn't crash. So that's good.
Select a memory card.
Whoa, Tikal, you're kind of blown out there, lady.
Select a file. Select a character.
Like, you'll notice that, like, Sonic's face looks kind of weird. You might not be able to tell because you guys are watching in under 480p, but it's like there's like sorting errors and things like that. You'll see it more clearly once the cutscene starts. No sounds for the helicopter. Oh yeah, this is happening.
Oh yeah! This is happening! Huh?
You can see it kind of like where his gloves connect to his hands and his socks around his shoes look all weird.
What's up?
He's got like this weird white spot on his cheek. Oh no, our weapons are useless. All personnel fall back.
You are completely surrounded! Surrender yourself!
Lock on target, men.
Lock on target, men! Ready? Fire!
This is such a goofy cutscene. Oh.
Oh no! Our weapons are useless! Retreat! All personnel, fall back!
I like there's just rings floating in the arena there. Just like...
Oh yeah! This could be fun!
Like, I think his face looks... Like, look at his eyes. So yeah, Raycast in RetroArch needs some work. I mean, like, things run. Sonic Adventure 2 actually runs better than Sonic Adventure does. But Sonic Adventure 2, like, doesn't have character shadows or anything like that. I've never known that blob form could hurt you.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time!
Hey guy, take care. This is bad. I kind of just want to sit here and play Sonic Adventure. Even though I just played through Sonic Adventure, like, what was it?
Come on, you big drip! Where you going?
Gosh, it was like March that I played through all of Sonic Adventure on a real Dreamcast. You see his shoes are messed up, his eyes are messed up. You know nothing, fool. It's chaos.
You know nothing, fool! It's Chaos, the god of destruction!
Ha 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 ha. Huh? Tails? Watch out. You're going to crash. Ah. back when Sonic had skin-colored eyelids, eyelashes,
What?
eyelids.
Tails?
Yes, eyelids.
Watch out! You're gonna crash! Ah!
Tails?
Tails!
What am I gonna do
What am
with
I
you?
gonna do with you?
Oh no, instant transmission! These ladies just appeared out of nowhere. Oh no. I might not be able to play this. I don't know what it was. Like, it was fine during the Chaos Zero fight, but my controller's getting really old, my DualShock 2, so the analog stick's starting to get loose, so it doesn't, like, properly recenter itself like it should. And I don't think there are, like, dead zone settings in RetroArch. And yeah, this is like definitely a decently functional emulator. In fact, I'd say that Raycast here in RetroArch probably plays Sonic Adventure better than Null DC does. But, you know, it's a little weird. And like, the major sticking point for me is that you can't save your progress, right? So like, the moment I close Sonic Adventure here, it ceases to function anymore. Like, I'd have to start the story all over again from the scratch. Because the moment you close the emulator, it corrupts all your save data. It corrupts the date and time, it corrupts your progress. It doesn't work the way it should. If the memory card problem was solved, I'd actually say that this is a decently okay emulator for Dreamcast stuff. But like the RetroArch team said, it's a work in progress. The Raycast core is just, I guess, temporary is what they said. It'll get better over time, because I think this is technically just Raycast 0.1, and I think the real Raycast is up to, like, I don't know, 0.7 at this point or something crazy. But currently, this is the only way to play the Windows version of Raycast. So, I guess you just have to put up with it until the next version of RetroArch comes out, whenever that is. Just gonna sit here and chill out to Sonic Adventure, I guess.
Yes!
I did it! Why is there like creaky wood in this level? Like the sounds in the background.
Yeah, not bad.
Like, where's this creaky wood coming from?
Hey, Sonic! Long time no see, huh?
I'm just glad you're okay. What happened anyway? You're too good of a pilot to just crash like that.
Gonna take a
That
couple
was a
steps
test run using a new
towards Sonic
prototype
before you say anything.
system. It's got a few bugs to iron out.
Why not just use my plane?
The tornado!
Thanks, but you gotta check out my newest power supply.
Ta-da! Wow! A Chaos Emerald!
Yep, I just happened to find one of the 7 emeralds during one of my test fights.
No, not an emerald.
This
An
is for
emerald.
unlimited power, you know. So I figured, why not
The
use it to
Chaos
power my brain?
Emerald.
Supercharge. You've gotta come over to my workshop, Sonic. I've got something I've gotta show you. It's in the Mystic Ruins. The fastest way is by train. Let's go!
Now you can play with Tails. Is there... Here, hang on. Is there a dead zone option for... Could have sworn there was a dead zone option for analog sticks. I don't see any, though. I think I've messed with this input access threshold option before, and it doesn't do anything. Might be a bug with the current version of RetroArch. I don't know.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Thanks for telling me that, Rouge. Okay. I really need a new gamepad, like a new DualShock 2, and or a new Xbox 360 controller, a wired one. Oh, I should probably go soon, actually. It looks like my battery on my tablet's getting pretty low.
If it isn't Sonic! Look, it's a giant talking egg. Silence.
So,
I am Dr. Robotnik, the greatest
I guess we'll beat Egg
genius
Hornet
in
here.
the world.
Is it Egg Hornet?
Whatever you say, Eggman.
I think it's Egg Hornet.
Enough!
We'll beat him and then I'll close the stream out.
And now, I'm gonna put them to work.
You're always up to no good.
Now what do you want?
I want all of the Chaos Emeralds. Better not interfere, or else.
Or else what, you big loser?
Or else I'll take them from you by force, the hard way.
Nice disappearing textures there on the Eggmobile.
All systems.
Somehow speedrunners hit Eggman more than once during that sequence, but I never really understood how it works. Because, he has invincibility frames.
All systems.
He's not gonna get away with this.
All systems. Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
Oh, my beard's getting itchy. Need to trim it. Yes. Okay, I thought it crashed. Vibrating Eggman.
Well, that wasn't so hard.
Aha!
Oh no! Come on, Chaos. Time to eat.
Chaos?
Chaos? Oh no, isn't that the same monster I saw the other day?
Monster? Said Tails.
Oh, yes! It's just as the stone tablets predicted. His strength increases every time I feed him a Chaos Emerald. With all 7 emeralds in him, he'll be invincible and work for me. Together, we'll destroy Station Square. And on its ruins, I'll build Robotnik Land.
The ultimate city.
Where I will rule it all! Come on, Chaos! Let's find another emerald, shall we?
Sonic! We can't let him get away with this, can we?
No way, Tails!
Without more emeralds, the monster can't transform. So, it's up to us to get the emeralds before Eggman does, huh?
Dum, 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 dum. Whoa, hey, what's up? So I guess this is where the stream is going to end, because I'd rather not keep playing if I don't have chat, and my tablet that I've been using to look at chat while I stream is getting pretty close to dead. It's like, I don't know, we'll say like 20%. So I need to go plug it in. And I've been streaming for like 3 hours anyway, so I guess that's been long enough. Thank you all for coming out and watching my stream. Maybe we'll do this again sometime. Well, I mean, we'll obviously do this again sometime. I like streaming games, and now that I can stream games, it's pretty nice. But yeah, thank you for coming out. This will be up on YouTube eventually, probably later today. But I guess one thing I want to see about the YouTube export is whether or not it'll be in 480p or 360p, because I'm streaming it kind of like a weird non-standard resolution. But that will be something we find out later on. But yeah, that's the end of this stream, I guess. Better get going.